Hello. Yes. So I haven't made many videos in a while, and this was kind of a normal game, uh, kind of. Um, so my opponent, Neman, PC in the top, pardon me, in the top right corner as Terran. Now he thinks he's plat. Basically, after the game, he was pretty rude to me. Not excessively, not like some of those, get cancer and die people. He just, yeah. So he thinks he's plat. That's for starters. But I I do this quite often nowadays. It's a test to see his like micro skills as much as anything else. And so I'm doing a pretty standard opening. Now I'm going towards High Templar because I consider High Templar to be just OP against Terran. So I mean, I know that he's pulling his SCV to the side to try and trap me like he did. But I get out of there alive, and my aim is to distract him enough to see how much he gets distracted and all of that. And to be fair, he's a supply depot down right now. He's going to get himself supply blocked. Wow. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. We all make our choices now. So as protoss, unless I'm going Nexus first, I go. I do the cybernetics core and basically get the. I was a bit slow on taking that one out, but I get the surround. Nice kill. Yeah. So I found myself this time. I distracted myself a bit too much and found myself short of money. I assumed that banshees were coming, just because very often. When they do the one form of harass, the Reaper, they do another form, the Banshee. So very standard from him. Reaper expand, reactor on the racks, more racks coming. Just speed it up in the meantime. So I'm basically taking towards the High Templar, still on one gateway. And so that's a scan from him. I know that I did have the full energy bank. For some reason I just said to myself, I'm not going to chrono boost out workers. I do normally put down the double forward. I didn't want to chrono that out while his scan was active. From his part, I don't see eBays. No. But if we have a quick look, worker supply, he's slightly ahead. Army supply, he's slightly ahead. At this stage, it doesn't matter. If I've got the overcharge, that's as good as that army supply difference. He can't do that much with unupgraded infantry. There we go, no combat shield. Oh, we're just getting stim now. So I mean, it's about this time I should start thinking about extra gateways. I do always do this, have my gateways as a buffer to the natural, just so that he's got to kind of get past that to get to the workers. I choose to have only one cannon on the mineral lines. I know that doesn't actually do much, but as a deterrent it works. And spending my only minerals on extra gateways. He, for his part, is macroing up like one would expect from a plat. So army supply over 3 times mine, but like I say, at the moment it doesn't really matter. I mean, he could just bust his way through the front door with that. That is enough to take down the overcharge. But Storm is now complete, and I'm not going to say I rely on it, but with Storm and feedback, it really does take MMM out of the game. Oh, sorry, we're calling it bio nowadays, aren't we? But of course you can Storm dodge, but that all depends on where you land. So we've got almost a doom drop here with four dropships. And he's going to see my third. Note though, I'm taking a third even though I have many less workers than he does. So, okay, The storms aren't spot on, but they do a damn fine job, and I am slow. You know, I did. You see, the problem when you get to your groups in as the protoss is that the mothership core is first against sentries, but when there are High Templar are kind of first. So now he's going to drop to take my natural out. And I must admit, I'm dilly-dallying. I'm thinking, do I cancel, do I not? Do I cancel, do I not? And I decide at the very last second to cancel it, just because it would have died. But there we go. That what was a ferocious army. And of course, one or two too many feedbacks, but had there been a stalker there to finish them off. To be fair, I don't really like stalkers against bio. Could I get a Stargate? Maybe. His army supply though is still twice mine. His worker supply is approaching twice mine. Get some eyes. Unfortunately, I did do a bit of F2ing, so my spotters are out. But there we go. I see, and pretty soon I can tell that it is a wow. One dropship with 3 health. If that gets through, then I pity the fool. The fool being me. Okay, a few too many cannons there, I think. Ah, oh, look at that! Just 2 of them just alive. Come on, man! Can you not kill them? So he's targeting down a pylon. There enough. Just a bit more storm to join the party. So feedback and storm's lovely. That'll clear them up. Same time, these guys being a little bit slow, which allows him to actually build up more forces. He's certainly not short of money. A good macro's gone to pot. But as long as I can keep him off the front foot, I'm not going to say I've got him on the back foot, I'm certainly on the back foot myself. But I do kind of realise that I have the extra gas, so I might as well just warp in a bucket load of High Templar. Which indeed I do. All around the place. There's 11 now. There's only 5 zealots, and my original stalker, the one that I built right at the beginning, is still alive somewhere. There you are. Still, my upgrades are looking good. Let's have a little look. I'm 221, and he is 21. But, you know, this time I got 3. Normally I actually, only have 1, but he is dropping with multiple dropships, so he's all healthy this time. It's good how the feedback takes all the energy away from the dropship, but of course there's one that hadn't been touched. But zealots, worth their weight. Worth the amount you pay. He hasn't spotted my observer, and he's just committing to the full Marine Marauder. He's got dropships galore. More dropships there. Sorry, we call them medivacs nowadays. Okay, so he sees this. I see that he sees this, so I do try and change the pattern. And he wants to expand again, so yeah. I'll kind of send half of them this way. Okay, slightly less than half. But take out some workers. And now we are almost even on worker supply. Getting close on army supply. I kind of think that he's coming this way. He's certainly slap happy with his stim. So here we go. I basically accuse him of over microing his units. He certainly didn't that time. But he gave me a nice free bunch of units. Yeah, I suppose that hit my troops more than his. That's a nice one. Now my problem was actually, warping in at the same time while doing this. And it's just that as soon as you see the pattern that he's doing, you just place the storm to where you think he's going to move. Now I kind of ran out of zealots, so I've got to make a few High Templar Archons now before I lose them all. There you go. Oh, there's a couple of wayward ones there. But yeah, as you know, my APM isn't the best. My multitasking isn't the best. Nice to see the Archons doing what they do best. And yeah, why don't you just stand there, wait to be killed? So I do notice the ghosts. And worker supply now is actually in my favour, because I do keep building new workers. He lifts up there. I haven't gone back into here. See, he's basically on one mining base right now, but he has a jolly big bank. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that about a fellow player. You, sir, have a big bank. Not entirely sure where these workers are going. They're long distance mining. Oh, he wants to build a base. Oh, he doesn't want to build a base. Haha. Well, now it's a question of who outlasts whom. Again, I basically just used my gas on High Temple. I didn't bother to get a Dark Shrine. No real need. So I've seen the ghosts and I picked the ghosts off with the feedback because, that's fun. And I kind of realise how poor his macroing now is. He's on 6 barracks. He's not pumping off the barracks even though he has all this money in the bank. So I see the workers there, so I kind of say, well, I don't mind free worker kills. He's just mucking about with this. I told him at the end, all your microing is just, bloody pointless. Spend the time actually building units. Because I'm basically just free to do whatever I want here. And that's what I do. Send the zealots here, send the zealots there. For me, now I know the game's won. He's still got his bank. But this is what we're like in Gold. People will build the ghosts, but they won't actually know how to use them. Really? You want to do this again? Stimmed and stormed. Oh yeah, I just recalled my mothership out of there, because I know now. There's no problem with this game. I mean, sure, his 3-3 Marines with medivacs and stims will clear stuff up well enough, but yeah, he knew that he'd lost, but there were some scary times there when he had 3 times my army. If he'd kept up his production, he could have easily won it. And stopped spending time on silly micro. Anyway,